Well, I don't want to scare anyone today on my channel, the few people that watch it, and hopefully this video gets out to a wider audience than normal. But what I'm going to say today may come as a surprise to some, or to most, if they don't watch my channel. But the last couple days I've been focusing on a journalist by the name of Lara Logan. She's a South African journalist that's been doing I don't know, journalism for, I guess, over 30 years. She's 54 years old, and she used to be within the mainstream media, but now she's gone on her own. Very well-spoken person, very attractive person, and I knew about her for a long time, and I browsed over her content, I guess, for years, but like I said, the last couple days it's resonated a lot more within me, based on two interviews she's had with two gentlemen, and I'll get into that in a second. And even Roseanne, she had Roseanne Barr on, and you know, I like Roseanne. She's abrasive, but you know, she has a pretty good grasp on what's going on in the world as well. It aligns with my thought process, you know, not everything, but to a high degree. Lara herself, oh, I am very impressed with her. Highly articulate woman, and you know, it's an added bonus that she's highly attractive too. Now, if you're a liberal man, you might not find her attractive because she doesn't have a penis. But if you're into women that don't have penises, you might want to check Lara out. She's good looking. Like I said, it's an added bonus. It's not the main reason that I watch her speak. But she had one gentleman on, Jim Simpson. This is a couple months ago, but I just watched it yesterday. And she had another gentleman by the name of Trevor Loudon on. Jim Simpson's from the U.S. and Trevor Loudon is out of, I believe, New Zealand. And they're both experts on communism, Marxism, the roots of communism, Marxism, and how it's playing out today within Western democracies. And they have a very, very good understanding, and I would say a very accurate interpretation of the current players and what they are doing, communist players, and what they are doing within our governments. The Chinese Communist Party has been infiltrating Western democracies for centuries. Well, I shouldn't say centuries, but for a good century anyways. And the fruits of their labor is paying off now. One thing I learned in the last couple days with regards to communists and Marxists, that they're very patient. They don't really expect immediate results. And you know, over decades, they've installed people in key positions to help them change laws, to usher in their communistic endeavors, and whether that be the highest of lawmakers, the highest of politicians, or the street level Antifa idiots. So it's from ground up. They are everywhere. They are in policing. They are in politics. They are in immigration. They are literally everywhere, and a lot of them. Now, most of the people that would consider themselves liberal or democratic, most of them, I would say, have an understanding of where that movement is going, and it's going to digital communism or an Islamo-communism. They've aligned themselves with the Muslim community, more specifically the Islamic community, or radical Islamic community, and they are using them as their foot soldiers. But in the long run, they'll just be cannon fodder. They will turn on them as well. They just a lot of people don't have the insight to see what's going to happen to them. You know, the LGBT community, trade unions, all these people that they've involved to great levels and to high numbers. Down the road, they're just going to be like the rest of us. They are going to be thrown away. The idea of communism now, current communism, is to reduce population and to ensure, specifically in North America, that no one will own anything. You won't own a house. You won't even own a room, apparently. Apparently, they will, when you're not in your room, they will have someone else sleeping in your bed. Like, kind of like on a military ship or a submarine or something. If you can believe that. You know, I know it's hard to fathom that kind of thought process. I'm buying into it. Now, at my level, what can I really do about it? The only thing I can do about it is do the odd video on my very small channel, try to make people aware that what the current government in Canada, and I'm going to focus on Canada now, what the current government in Canada is doing is not for the benefit of the people that live in Canada. Now, the people that consider themselves liberal, the elbows up crowd, or anyone that aligns themselves with liberalism, I've said it in a few of my videos. It's going to come back to haunt you. It's going to come back to be a complete disappointment when you find out that you're no longer needed. Same with the Palestinian movement, the Black Lives Matter movement, the LGBTQ movement. They're all being used as a communist weaponized mechanism, for lack of a better term. They're just being used. Cannon fodder. If you don't know what cannon fodder is, just Google it. These two gentlemen, Trevor Loudon and Jim, the name just escaped me. They go into great detail of how communism has been infiltrated into our systems, into our daily lives. But they also name specific people. And I'm going to post the Trevor Loudon video on a screen thumbnail at the end of my video. I believe it's about an hour long, and I'm going to tell you. Now, if you're not already awake and aware of what is happening in North America, you might want to give this a watch. And if you don't believe anything that I'm saying, or I'm a Nazi and I'm a fascist, and you should understand what those two meanings are too. But if you think I'm one of those type people, I'm a white supremacist, a white nationalist, don't watch it. Don't even watch this video. Just make your stupid comment in the comment section and move on. Okay, I'll respond back to your comment though, so put it in the comment section. But these the one video that I'm going to attach, it breaks down pretty quickly and in a very understandable, very easy to interpret way. And even for someone like myself, it was like, I'm hanging off every word that both of them are saying, Trevor and Lara. Like I said, I can't give Lara enough credit. She is a very, very highly intelligent woman. Seems very genuine. Seems very nice. And if you do a little research on Lara, you can see that she had a bit of a rough go of it at times in her life, which builds character. But I want to touch on one thing that Trevor said in the interview. He touched on the Rhodes Scholarship. Now, Rhodes Scholarship is a UK-based scholarship. I believe it's out of Oxford, I believe, but I don't know if it's other universities that you can transfer to as well as part of the Rhodes Scholarship. And what it is, it's a very prestigious, maybe one of the most prestigious scholarships in the world that is handed out by a selection committee in the UK. Now, the most recent addition to that selection committee, the actual CEO of the trust, is Fraulein Chrystia Freeland. Now, Chrystia Freeland used to be the Deputy Prime Minister of Canada. She is married to a man out of the UK that he works for the New York Times, or did work for the New York Times. She is the personal biographer of George Soros. She was a journalist. I'm sure I'm missing some of the nefarious titles that she's held, but I'm not a fan of Chrystia Freeland whatsoever. And she was our finance minister here for years, and she has ties to the Nazis through her relatives. Now, a lot of people may not understand this too. There are a lot of crossovers and a lot of similarities between Nazis and communists. Now, 2 years ago, thereabouts, they brought someone into the House of Commons to honor them, and it turned out, I believe the guy was a Waffen SS, former World War II soldier, so a bona fide legitimate Nazi. Now, they went on to say that it was the Speaker of the House responsibility for inviting him. They didn't know who he was. Well, I call it complete bullshit on that. That was sending a message out to their communist handlers that we're still doing what you're telling us to do. We understand you're the shot callers, and we are carrying out our orders. That was for the world to see. And basically now, because they are so far along with their communist takeover, they're becoming more emboldened, more brazen. So Chrystia Freeland will be starting as CEO of the trust, and what the trust is, it hands out Rhodes scholarships. Now, Bill Clinton was a Rhodes Scholar. Peter Ignatieff, one of our liberal politicians, was a Rhodes Scholar, I believe. Chris Christopherson was a Rhodes Scholar, the actor-singer. And a bunch of people. If you go on and you Google and Wikipedia Rhodes Scholars, they give you an entire list. I believe from either the late 1800s or like the beginning of the 1900s. They give you a complete list. And I perused it. I didn't go over it in great detail. But if you go over the people, then you go on some of the people's names that were Rhodes Scholars. They're very, very prominent people. A lot of them are in politicians and science. Politics, I should say. And I would say 90% of them are liberal leaning, and that ties in to communism. So Fraulein Freeland, they just rewarded her with a very prestigious role for being a good soldier for the Communist Party in Canada. Now, her expiration date has expired in Canada, as a lot are. Trudeau expired, hence they put in Communist Carney. Don't be mistaken, he's a communist. He is a puppet of the Chinese Communist Party. I'm under no illusion now. I'm under 0% illusion. They are here to usher in communism and to completely eradicate traditional Western values. That's where this is going, and it's going pretty good. It's going pretty quick, I should say. I shouldn't say good. I don't think it's good, obviously, but for them, I would say they would think that they are being very successful, but it's also very fragile. The problem that they have is Donald Trump. Now, I'm very worried. I'm very worried about the United States and Donald Trump. When he first took office again as the 47th president, I said to people that he has 6 months to go after the people that went after him. Now, people will say, "Well, Dewey, that's just vindictive," and he's just going after them because they went after him for legitimate reasons. They didn't go after him for legitimate reasons. They went after him because he's not a communist. He's not even really a Republican. He's more of a nationalist. He's a capitalist, obviously, but he's more of a nationalist. He's more of he's a patriotic guy. The problem with Trump is he has, like the last term when he was 45th, he has a lot of people working against him internally. He has a lot of communist people that haven't been flushed out from the Biden and Obama administration still. He has quite a few positions that haven't been replaced. So he's not moving as fast as he should. Now, the problem with that, if they lose the House in the midterms in I believe November 2026, the U.S. is going to fall. The U.S. is going to fall. So he's got to speed things up with regards to putting people in jail. He's got to eradicate the communism. Now, you see what's happening in Minnesota with the Somali community, and now they're saying it's in the multi-billions of dollars with the Medicaid and the food program scams, and mostly the Medicaid is surrounding, like I said in one of my videos, people falsely claiming their children are autistic. They got 6 or 7 kids, 6 or 7 of them got autism. Now, I don't know. It just seems like the odds are a little high, but they get exorbitant amounts of money for autistic kids and meal programs. Ilhan Omar, I just found out, she's on her 3rd marriage. It would be 4 if you count her brother. I didn't know she was married officially 3 times, unofficially 4 times. So the unofficial, the official marriages that have failed are 2 are with Somali guys, and 1 was her brother, if you count that. And now she's married to a white guy. And when she married this white guy, that's when her wealth went from $65,000 to $30 million. Now, the initial reports were saying this white guy that she married had money, brought money into the relationship. But now I'm hearing that's not the case. So basically, the way I look at this marriage as Ilhan Omar married a shell company, a shill. And they're using this white dude as a cover for her money, her money laundering. That's the way I look at it. And you know what? A lot of marriages are like that anyways. A lot of marriages is just a marriage of financial convenience. We all know that. But this one is going to be investigated, or it is being investigated. Now, if something doesn't transpire with regards to high-level people going to prison over multi-billion-dollar fraud scam, Tim Walz, Ilhan Omar, you don't remember the name of that mayor in Minneapolis. People like him, if they don't start going to jail, U.S. is going to fall. Canada is on the verge of falling. We're 85% entrenched in communism. The U.S. 70-75%. Now, like I said, if you have time, start watching Lara Logan. I'm going to watch a lot more of her. Like, there's so many videos she has, and I'm going to catch up to them. But yeah, man, we're in deep doo-doo. But anyhow, if you have any questions, comments, or concerns, put it in the comment section, and I'll get back to you. Thanks for watching. Bye.